Hello, everybody. My name is Sylvain Rochon. I'm the co-founder of the Alliance for Extraterrestrial Diplomatic Contact, of course. And I wanted to start a little series. This series is just going to be talking about the future of humanity in relation with the Alliance. I just want to express some thoughts. So here goes. In 5-minute bites, not too long. I wanted to talk about the zoo hypothesis of the Fermi paradox. So for those of you who are not aware, this is Enrico Fermi, a physicist in the 50s, I think. Started having a conversation with other physicists and basically asks himself and the others, well, if there's a lot of alien civilizations that are advanced in our galaxy because it's so vast, 100 billion stars, plenty of planets, there's a high chance they could be out there. So he asked, like, where are they then? How come we can't detect them in a scientific way, like telescopes and and whatnot? So that's the Fermi paradox. If they're abundant, why aren't they obvious? And and there's a lot of hypotheses about why that's the case. Some of which are, well, advanced civilizations tend to blow up, blow each other up, and therefore then after a certain level of advancement, they're not there. Some of them are just a question of probabilities, that it's so unlikely that there's going to be an evolution elsewhere that's probably non-existent. We are a one civilization in the galaxy, and that would be it, or in the universe close to us. And there's also the zoo hypothesis, which is the one we think is right, that we are observed from afar and influenced in very subtle ways, but the other civilizations don't want to influence us directly because we are the primitives in this scenario. They are more advanced. They don't want to disrupt the evolution of our society and our ability to decide whether or not we want to join a bigger group of civilizations. So the evidence is more sparse. It's circumstantial. It's not very direct. And there's a lot of testimonials, and people have seen things, most of them without cameras or video to support much of anything. But that would be intentional in the zoo hypothesis. Just means that they're intentionally staying away and staying out of the scope of the telescopes, or using cloaks and shields and whatnot to mask their signals and so on and so forth. And if that is the case, then we need to show that we are ready, and we need to show that we are an advanced civilization that understands, that wants to welcome them. We want to be part of that bigger civilization. And we don't use our technologies and our advancements and our understanding of the galaxy and the universe to harm each other or potentially harm others. And we set up rules and regulations and laws that among ourselves that would make a direct open contact on TV and whatnot safe for whoever would come. So not quite there yet, but we're pretty close. And as the whole planet seems to be awakening, and this is why we created the Alliance in the first place in 2020, 2021. It seems like people are aware of ETs. They're not scared of them. They become more curious, and they believe that there are civilizations out there. And more people come out of the woodwork with their own personal encounter stories or intuitions and whatnot. And there's some researchers like Dr. Avi Loeb and Dr. Nolan that are openly creating experiments and funding projects to try to find actual evidence of them visiting Earth in materials and whatnot, which would bring actual science into the mix. So, are we ready? I think we are close to being ready, and we'll know we're ready when we have a universal, or at least planetary agreement about how we do contact with ETs, which is why we're building the first ET embassy, and which needs to be approved by a nation. The nation needs to follow the Vienna Convention on Diplomatic Relations, which is at the UN, and assign a piece of territory where a specific embassy would be built that would be given to the other civilization under the rules of the Vienna Convention. And the alliance is all about that. We're managing that, talking to leaders, getting them to collaborate and have the discussions internationally to approve and agree that a certain building in a certain country is an official landing spot or embassy for ETs. If we manage to do that, and we are on track to do that and open an embassy in 2030, we have a lot of discussions going on with a lot of people and in multiple countries, then it may be one of the main signs for us showing we're ready. So are you ready? And what are you willing to do for civilization to be ready and to actually see that day happen within the next few years? It's all on us. Thanks for watching.